because this was the one that came in, and this was the sadhu.
So namaste, here we are. I'm finally back home. So this will be much easier. Hopefully it should go much better now that I'm back and we're not doing it by Skype long distance.
Yeah, here we are.
So here we are.
Team spirit together again.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
Yeah. Both wearing our amber today. I got my dark amber.
Yeah.
She's got a green amber.
This is a new little dress Guruji brought back for me, which is so cute. Gives some brightness.
Well, you know, we got the Mexican house. Got to have the Mexican style.
Got to match.
You know, he's got to have it. You know,
got
so
to match.
So yeah, been Mexican out here.
There we go. Alrighty, so we're going to check in with some that were just kind of sitting around. There's a few more too.
Are these ones
waiting? Those two were sitting there by the healing center.
What was this other one, the third one? Are all of these three?
I think, let me see.
Or was one, here, let me bring them out.
Because I think one was
one was a helper?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, we'll bring them all
just
out.
Bring them out.
We'll find out.
I know there were 2 or 3 waiting back at the healing center too, and then so we've got a lot to check in with.
We've got a lot to check in with today, and then we have that many waiting. I mean, it's full.
A smorgasbord.
Yeah, those are all ones that came back with me from Mexico, and I haven't even checked the rest. There may be some more waiting as well, but these I know for sure were waiting, so we'll see what they've been waiting for actually quite a while since I got the things, so they've been waiting for maybe a week or two, so hopefully...
Probably already transformed quite a bit.
Hopefully some of them have processed, but we'll see, because they were really kind of in my suitcase and waiting for us. Sorry, guys.
Is it okay to pop this down, Guruji, where it says later? Okay.
Yeah, this thing.
Oh, go ahead.
This thing is, I don't know.
I'll let you do it.
Why these...
They want to install it now, you know. Oh, remind me tomorrow.
This thing keeps coming up every time you turn around.
Those things are really annoying.
Pop-ups are annoying, so we'll get rid of them.
They're all over the place. Okay, so our first that we're going to check in with has been on the second shelf. And
one of our lingas.
That one. And I believe this was the sadhu that was helping, but we'll find out. Or the one that came in the linga. And the other maybe was the sadhu. I don't know. We'll see. So I'm checking in with this one.
Okay.
Okay, this one, I'm going to bring that away so I'm not picking up that energy right now. And I might even move these a little bit.
Maybe move the others.
It's easy to pick up other
energies and we need to kind of keep them separate. So.
Yeah, and this one was helping, but I'll just put him there for now so we kind of just get a clear view of this one. Okay. Clearing. I'm hearing clearing, clearing.
Okay.
Getting help. Thank you for the help.
Okay.
Wasn't that the one that Baba Light was helping too?
I think this is the one that maybe we'll have to ask. Was Baba Light helping you? The one that came in with the fire? The Baba Light fire?
Yeah, I'm seeing that fire, so that's a way to say, to confirm that.
Yes, that was the one that came in. This is the one that came in that knew everything.
That's it, and that's exactly what I'm feeling. They are. I don't know what they know now. We might want to find that out, but anyway.
We'll find out what they know now compared to what they thought they knew when they come in, that they were going to let me know how intelligent and how all-knowing they were.
That's what that was.
So we'll check in now.
Yeah, so I am clearing. Hard clearing, they're saying. Okay, so let's see what else they might have to say today, you know.
Yeah, how is your knowledge compared to what it was?
I go through hard things now. This is hard. Oh, they were the Rishi.
Yeah.
Rishi Sadhu, great seer.
This is the great seer Rishi Sadhu.
That's what it was. Like, I make light.
I make light. This is the Rishi Sadhu that came in and was going to let me know how much he knows.
That's what it was.
The typical Rishikesh Yes.
That's what it was. Oh, and the bakshish you mentioned
Right.
with this one. Okay, now it's coming. No more ask for bakshish. I heard.
Yeah.
No more ask for bakshish. No more putting out my hand for bakshish.
Right.
Not good.
No, it's not good.
Let's see if there's anything else.
So what have you learned about the Dooney and the ashes?
What I'm just hearing is this is just like they're feeling like this is the beginning of their
Yeah.
path versus
Versus when they thought they were at the
Yeah.
end, but they have now just really begun to do the journey. So now that Big Baba light can help to open Kundalini, and they can actually become the Dooney and become, do the path they should have been doing. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, they're saying this cuts away that darkness, that feeling like or
Right.
you have something there, some kind of knowledge of anything really.
Right.
And this is hard. This is a hard cutting, hard burning. This is the Dooney though. I do see that, and they're bowing to it. It's like it's big and it's bright, Baba light, but they're bowing to it like an honoring more of.
Right. And this Dooney that's burning is representative of what needs to take place inside of you. You must become that Dooney, and those ashes that you cover yourself with are what the ego burns down to. So then you become Shiva. You become that which you are honoring now. You must become that.
Okay, so they're getting quieter with your
Yeah.
your pointings.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure where you want this one to.
So I think we're going to just keep him. He's going to be doing his path for a while, and we can go ahead and leave him up there, and we'll check in a while. But it'll take. He's going to be doing this for a while.
Oh, yeah.
Let's ask if he knows if he's coming back into form anytime soon.
Says he doesn't know.
Yeah, he may not. It's not necessary that they necessarily come back. It's quicker if you can, but it's also much more intense, much more difficult. So anyway, at that, namaste. Thank you for coming, and we just wish you to continue well on your journey. So we'll put you over there so you can continue to do your practices.
On like the second thing
Yeah, on
again?
the second show.
Okay, and this was the one that was there helping. So he was, I'll just put I'll put him in the second show. Maybe I'll do that now so we have
Yeah.
that out of the way and not still there.
Right. Yeah, I just want to see these ones actually making progress. They think that because they've gathered all this knowledge about something, it's the same thing as you read a lot of books and you think you have knowledge, but you really don't have anything until you begin to find it within, and that's what they have to find. It's not an external thing of, I can do this ceremony and that ceremony. They have to find out that ceremony is themselves, so that, we want to see them actually begin the journey. Yeah.
Well, it sounds like that's happened for that one.
Yes, he's starting the journey now. So, he's got some good background foundation, but if he can understand now that is an understanding, but that is what you become. It's not something external to you, is what you are internally at the end point. So,
Totally different.
Totally different.
Focal point.
Totally different focal point from where he was at. Yes.
Yeah. which is turning around for him.
But like I said, this is what you find in Rishikesh. You find a lot of the Babas, and they think, and this is why I had such a difficult time there as well, because they think they know something, and they're very patriarchal. They don't want to hear anything from women, and they think they know it all. And they haven't even really, most of them have not even really begun the journey in earnest.
Sure.
Yeah.
No, that's an issue. And especially if they're doing things that are totally dishonoring that.
Well, exactly.
Like
this is why I would be so angry, and I'd take the danda, I'd chase them.
Yeah.
I'd literally chase them when they were after because the people they're coming to India think these are all holy men. Mm-hmm. And they're really abusing it. Mm-hmm. They're really abusing it. They're not doing the practices like they should be, and they're playing a game with themselves and with the tourists and taking the tourists for a ride because they don't know.
Sure.
They don't know really what the internal path, what it takes to do it. They just see these externals. These guys are wearing thing, and they're talking a good story, and they live outside. And yes, it's a tough life, but no, you really have to do the journey. Like I said, when I was there, I did see a few that were really honest to goodness sadhus, and when I saw them, I did honor them by leaving some money for them. You do leave the bakshish, but it's not when they're coming over you and saying bakshish. You tell them, you're a beggar. You're not a sadhu. Get away from me.
Yeah, it's a different thing.
Go become a beggar. Take off the sadhu clothes. Don't disgrace it. Either that or doing the practices like they're supposed to be done.
Yeah.
Because when I was there, I would do practices. I would sit by the banks of the Ganges, in Haridwar, and people would see me that I'm really genuinely doing practices in meditation, and they would leave little offerings of, some little fruit or a couple rupees here or there, but they could see that you're actually doing the journey, and they will honor that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
Makes sense. So that's good. That's good that's coming forward out of this, and it's turning around there.
Yeah, I want to see it become again another place of the rishis, of those that are knowers. But right at the moment, it's not that, and it needs to turn around. It needs to turn around. This tradition needs to turn around. True rishis, true knowers, true that they have a good foundation, that they are doing the practice. And this is not to say they're not doing it sincerely. I'm sure a lot of them think they are doing it sincerely. And they think they do have something, but they don't know the difference. That's the problem.
Yeah, I think that is in a lot of ways, and especially when that's the general climate of things, they kind of all have that mindset, so they figure like a lot of things they go along with that, and because they're not directed
they're caught up in the externals. They're caught up in the externals and think the externals are it. And they put so much attention on the externals, knowing the stories and doing the, Bam Bam Bolinath Alak, and doing the things and the, all the different ceremonies you do. And I can tell you a lot of the ceremonies and things that you do, but it doesn't do any good to do that. But, that all these external things you do, but they've got to find the internal of that and surrender into that. So let's see what our helper has to say.
Okay, he's saying he's glad he's coming along. And he's feeling, mostly still. I feel quite a still presence from him. There is a little bit of motion, though. Boy, is there any other questions you have for him?
No, we'll leave. Thank you so much, Big Baba Light. That's
this
now
is
your
actually
name.
the sadhu.
Oh, this is the other sadhu.
Big Baba Light's still here.
Big Baba
this was
Light is still
remember
here?
the one that said yoke?
Oh,
And you
right.
said,
Yoke.
but he was sounding genuine, and then you said, go ahead and put him over there. So this is the
Right,
one.
right. This
Baba
is the
Light's
other
there.
one. This is the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the other one. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, the one that wanted to be yoked.
Yeah, he said, well, he was talk that way, but then he also had,
Right. He also
have
did
some
have
depth.
some. He
Yeah.
does have some depth. He was just using the wrong words.
yeah, exactly.
But
That's it.
tell him, thank you for coming and helping with the other one. And, if he wants to hang out in the cave, whatever, and hang out in the energy or go his way, whatever he wants to do is, thank you for coming, though, and helping with that.
Sounds good.
For bringing his wisdom and his truth. We appreciate it.
Yeah, he's okay going. He wants to continue to be of
Yeah.
service, so we'll go ahead and just
well,
put
thank
him
you so
over
much.
there.
Namaste.
Yeah, okay, and we'll see. We've got some other little guys sitting here, which
Yes,
I
that
don't
we'll check in
remember.
with and just see where they're at.
Yeah, there's one. No, I don't know, but I do recall. At least I'm getting some imagery, and I don't know. Maybe things shift around or change, because all I
Right.
can say is what I'm getting is, I am feeling like this one may be the one that was trying to jump off the cliff thing, and then we
Oh,
called in
right,
some.
right. That wanted to end their life in
Right.
not a beneficial way.
Right, so they're still
Right.
at that altar with Christ there.
Good.
And they are looking very, like I say, they have such a sweet, gentle presence. And there is Christ there above, and the cross, but he's there more in light.
Right.
And she's there with her head down at the altar with candles. So it's continuing that way, and definitely better than the other. So,
Oh yeah, that's definitely. So we'll just ask her. So you've seen that this is not the way to end the life. That if you want to, go forward. If you know God directly, fully, you can fully absorb into that. But that's a beneficial way to go.
she's acknowledging what you're saying. She's
Yeah.
got her head down, like I'm not hearing too many words with her, but she just has her head down, like
Yeah. Yeah.
So this is where she'd like to be right now with
Okay,
this.
so we'll leave her, here, and we can leave them still at the healing center. We'll just leave them for a while and check in, and when you're done, they can go ahead and go be on their way.
Yeah, whenever it's
But
all.
but we'll just leave her by the healing center,
Okay.
and they can
so
continue to
there's that one.
process.
This one,
They're in good hands.
for sure. Okay, they are just saying they're feeling more settled. They don't really know what their whole story was.
Yeah, we don't need to go back into the story, but
Yeah.
we just check in and see where they're at now.
Yeah.
Past story doesn't matter where they were.
I think they're okay moving on. This
You're ready
one.
to move on?
Yes,
So thank
I
you
think
for
they're
coming,
okay.
and we wish you well on your journey.
And this one. Okay, this one's saying, I'm blessed to be here. I feel quieter. I feel more present. So,
So we'll ask, would you like to stay a little longer, or are you ready to move forward?
okay, they're okay with either the healing center or the crystal cave.
Yeah, go ahead and go in the crystal cave. And thank you for that. And you can stay there as long as you wish, and when you're ready to go, you just, just take off.
Take off like you can do.
Take off. They can be anywhere in the universe they want to be. All they have to do is think it, and they're there immediately. They've got they've got the quick way to go. We have to take airplanes and stuff, but they can just go and like a shot. They're there.
No doubt. Okay, so here's another little
Yes.
one, little tiny.
Yes, we'll see how they're doing.
Okay, they feel more like themselves. They feel
Okay,
refreshed.
good.
They feel ready to go forward.
Okay.
Okay, they're okay with moving on.
Ready to go learn some new life lessons.
Yeah, they're ready.
This was one of the Mayan priests that had done the sacrifice that was burning. This is the one that was burning.
Is that right?
He was in the
Okay.
hell realm. He was the
Okay.
one that was burning in the hell realm fires.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah,
so-
this is the one that was burning absolutely in the hell realm fires. He had done the sacrifices. Can we ask him which place he was at?
Which
Yeah,
grounds?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Was he at Chichen Itza or Tulum or?
Okay, I'm hearing if out of those two that you mentioned, there was Tulum. Would that make sense?
He was at Tulum.
That's what, at least that's what, out of those two choices. At first I just heard the Mayan ruins and then...
In Mayan ruins.
Mm-hmm.
Or he could have come from a different Mayan ruins.
Yeah, I mean, that's really more what I heard in a general way. Yeah, who knows exactly,
Yeah, there are so many Mayan ruins around there, and he could have come from any of them.
Yeah.
There's Chichen Itza, there's ones at Cozumel, there's Aztec. The Aztecs were even more violent, but I mean, there's Ekbalam. I hadn't gone to Ekbalam, but I mean, there's just so many ruins, and even ruins that they haven't uncovered yet that are still lost in the jungle.
Wow.
So, I mean, they could have come from really anywhere. But seriously, this one was absolutely burning in the hellfires when they came.
So what a turnaround.
So they're ready to go on for new lessons and ready for, hopefully they're ready to go into rebirth because it's been a long time.
Yeah, really.
I mean, they've really been out of body for a very, very long time. And so hopefully that they're getting ready to come back into corporeal form and right some wrongs.
Yeah, no, that's a totally different energy now. So, I know, wasn't that the two collies were there? And
Yeah, this was the
mean,
one
the
that
whole
had
works,
the two
so-
that had the collies and had, there was another one that was there working with them as well. But yeah.
So
Yeah,
they
they
kind
were-
of burned that to ash because that energy is not the same.
No, it's totally
Totally
turned around, and he's out of that hell realm. But when they come, they can be in an absolute hell realm, but there is a possibility to get out of the hell realm.
That's a big
It doesn't mean that you have to be there eternally, but you have to have enough cognition to turn around and seek the help.
Right,
Yeah.
and then when we check in, I don't even recognize them to be the same energy. It's just, all I can do is read it at the moment, and it just
Right.
is so different that
I just
I
happened to
don't get the
remember
story.
that
Sure,
one
and
because it
sometimes
was
you
such
do.
an unusual shape to the stone, so I just happened to remember
Yeah.
which one that was.
And sometimes you do recognize that stone, but even with that, obviously he's ready to move forward. It's been a
So
very good thing.
that's fabulous to see them come out of an absolute hell realm and burning and that fear when they come in. A lot of the ones they haven't been in touch with the light.
Yeah.
When they're that far back in antiquity, and that's all they knew, it was a very tough way. There was only one way to go. They didn't have options.
Yeah.
They didn't have options. And then, when that light comes in, it's unfamiliar and it can be quite terrifying, at first. So yeah, we give them the opportunity to find light and what is light and to change that path
No, absolutely.
to something much more beneficial. So we're really happy to see him come out of the hellfires and to be able to move forward and go back into corporeal form and right some wrongs.
For sure. I mean, I
Yeah.
do get a little bit of a flash of some ashes, so it feels as if a lot of that has burnt up, and
Yeah.
I think it's because of the intense energy that was brought into that setting, and being here, having that time, because, yeah, I mean, it's just you're barely able to recognize
So we wish you quite well on your journey, and make some. You'll be able to make some better choices this next time around.
For sure. Yeah. Oh, I'm sure, because it just didn't even seem the same. I don't even know if they totally recognized what they were before at that point. That's
Yeah.
why I just think a lot of what comes up is just
Yeah, the consciousness changes. It's like the same thing when realization takes place. It's the rest of it was a dream. It
Yeah.
wasn't. It had no reality to it. It's like, what was that? It's totally a different cognition, and
That's
it
the
becomes
thing.
instantly a different.
And it's just a present thing. Like,
Yeah.
they'll answer the question, it's just in the present. And so
Right.
it's like, you don't get all that.
You don't ruminate
Other.
on the past. That's
Yeah.
that's absolutely gone. It has nothing to do with where you're at any
Which is
longer.
amazing.
So yeah.
Amazing. That is how it is. It's not even there anymore. So,
No.
wow, that's quite a thing. But it's a thing to know that, all that energy can be done is we can read it in this moment.
Exactly.
See it
That's all we do. We read the energies, and that's
in the
what this
moment. Yeah.
that's what this practice is about. That's what this path is about. The energies and changing your energetics signature, and releasing all the baggage.
And
Yeah.
then really you are a whole different energy. I mean,
Exactly.
in the moment.
Whole different persona, whole different energy. Everything
Absolutely.
changes.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Your outlook changes. The way you live life changes. Everything changes.
Right, and what your focus is, in terms
Exactly.
of whether there needs to be one or not at that point, but it's not focused on all that anymore. So anyway, that's great. So this is another one that was there. And,
It's the last one we're checking in with before we begin on some new ones.
Yeah. Okay, they're more quiet. They're feeling freed up.
Okay.
Okay, they want to send their love to both of us, and
Thank
they
you.
would request your blessing to move forward.
Please move forward, and thank you so much for that. It means a lot to us when they come in and acknowledge,
that's
and
really
and
nice.
say thank you. Okay.
So that's
So
that.
we wish you well on your journey. Thank you. Now,
You brought home all your friends.
I brought home,
Jeez Louise.
yeah, as you
Except
can
a few
see,
buddies.
I brought home a few friends. They've they jumped in my suitcase somewhere along the line. We don't know where they're all from. They could be from any place in the universe. But they made the journey with me around Mexico for a while, and here we are. So we may have some from Mexico. They could be from India. They could be from any time and space. They just happened to jump in and do the ride with me.
There you go. Well,
So-
pretty light passengers to carry with you.
Well, yeah. They
Overall.
have to, overall, well, yeah. It's better in this form than if I had all the corporeal forms I was dragging around. Now, that might have been really difficult, but we'll
Totally.
take them this way.
Well, since they've been with you for a week, they might have already had some
We
shifting.
hope so. We
but
hope
we'll
so,
see.
but we'll see what's there. So let's just take one out and begin with our
Okay,
see what
they've
we've got.
a lot of pretty
Just
ones, and
drag
I'm kind
in
of
there and
immediately
we'll
looking
see.
at this. This is
Yeah,
that
this
stuff
is
I have at home.
Selenium, yeah.
Selenium.
So it'll be interesting to see what type of a
I like this selenium. Look at how light it
yeah.
looks.
It'd
in the
be
light.
interesting to see what chooses to go in selenium. We've got a
Yeah.
few different ones here that we haven't had before, so we'll see what kind of energies choose those.
Yeah, be interesting. Exactly. Okay, they want to be still, like guru, Buddhas, masters, saints, that kind of thing.
Okay.
They're not from the area. They just jumped in,
Right.
hitched a ride while they
Hitched a
could.
ride.
They feel some clearing since they've been, a week or so with you or
Right.
whatever. They don't really know
For
the
the
time,
time,
but the
right.
time with you has been good, and also sitting with the other spirits, sometimes good, sometimes a little unsettling too.
Right.
But
Yeah, we have a whole mix in there. I'm sure we might have some with messages and
Right,
some that
that's the
really need
thing.
some help. So we get a whole mix.
right, so okay, I am seeing some flowers. Maybe that's what they've done before, more devotion or that kind of
Okay.
thing. Praying, kneeling, and honoring.
Okay.
They would like some practices, and
Yeah, we'll go ahead and do the Om that I am, the I am that I am, and the COS. We'll begin with those. And
just-
then, once they're done, when they have assimilated that, they're always welcome to come back at any time,
And they took this they have a little bag. They kind of collected up those practices, and they're holding it close. And so I don't know what else is in that bag. I mean,
Their little
but-
bag of whatever, but
Their little
yeah,
bag of
enjoy
goodies.
their bag of goodies and take them out and use them well. Thank you, Namaste. Thank you for coming.
It's kind of a cool one. I like that one. Okay, it shows a big dark one.
Yes, nice big dark smoky quartz.
Look at that though. It's kind of got really a lot of different layers to it. It's really nice in there actually when you
Yeah.
hold it in the light. I don't know if they can
Yeah,
see
in the
that.
light it's very nice.
It's hard to get it lit up there, but
Yeah, it's interesting to see what energies choose what stones.
Yeah, I
It's,
find
they're
that
they're
interesting.
specific to what they choose. I think is what's comfortable for that one.
Sure.
Either I think it's something they need to develop, or it's something that's kind of comfortable for
Right.
them at the moment.
yeah,
So
or
we'll see.
at times, sometimes if it is a darker stone, they have some more shadowy energy too. You just
Sometimes,
never
yeah,
know.
sometimes they do.
Can
So
never
we'll
say,
see.
but it's
Once in
all...
a while, no, but sometimes yes.
So let's see what this one has going on. Okay, I see this stone. It's pretty black looking in my mind, with some black aura coming, streaming from it. Okay, they are saying I have a twisted mind, I have a dark mind.
Okay, so why did it go off, and when did that begin that you started to have it twisted? Because nobody comes in with that type of a,
Interesting, yeah.
nobody comes in
Right.
like that.
Right.
That develops. So what caused that to develop?
I don't know. I'm hearing I've been involved in some wrong things.
Right.
I hear playing around with fire, and I don't know what that's about.
Okay. Playing around with fire.
Like arson? I don't know.
Okay.
Yes, they like to play with matches. They like to play with things and burn things. And
Right.
it could be more symbolic of something else. I don't know, but
Could be. Was anyone hurt?
ooh, I'm kind of hearing yes, maybe some animals or something. I don't
Yeah.
know. I'm just getting the feelings, and all I can do is convey the feeling of it is not
Right.
good. It's maybe some innocent kind of life.
Was hurt.
Yeah. Ugh.
Yeah, they can get very twisted. This is what happens with serial killers and stuff. They start out and they develop to be serial killers, and they abuse animals, and they can
That's the
become very
thing. It's
abusive,
never a
very...
good sign. You know?
It's not a good sign. So what caused the beginning of that twisting away from the light? Do you remember what was your...
Pain, wanting to hurt something else.
Yeah, so they were in pain, and usually
Yeah.
they want to, they were in pain, and they want to then afflict it on others.
Right.
So what caused that pain for you?
I was beaten and abused.
Right, right,
Sad.
right. Maybe
they were young then.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and that's
impressionable.
Exactly. That because nothing comes in originally like that.
Right.
That you just don't. But they could have had a number of incarnations where they had that, and they just yeah. Do you know that can be changed? Do you know that can be taken away, that pain?
I see he's holding that imagery of when he hurt things, life and
right.
innocent life, and
right. You can seek forgiveness for that, and you can come back in to right the scales, to work for those that you hurt.
He's saying, can I? Because
yes,
I just
you can.
feel
they can. That's
like a demon. He feels like a demon mind, or a demon mind, a demon spirit.
Yeah, and we can have Christ come in right now and work with that. Christ can cast that out. Christ is very good at casting out that.
Okay, so Christ is very big in this scene, and maybe needing more, I don't know, but the rock is still small. I mean, nothing compared to that in the least.
Right.
But, it's kind of more of an angelic big image above this rock, and kind of standing in the way above too.
Yeah. Yeah, if you ask for forgiveness and you ask for the light, Christ can come in and can take that away. He can take that away.
Okay, so the rock is not so black looking in my mind, and as Christ is working with it, with the penetrating light and things, and presence.
Right, one can seek forgiveness, but you have to be willing to turn your back on those things and go from that point into a new path. It's possible. One can be regenerated. They can be forgiven.
I see this soul almost like laying down asleep, almost like maybe they were in such a deep dream with this stuff, this deep kind of Maya.
Right.
And you see them just asleep, and you see some of those dream imagery coming, like they just, they don't have, they were just very thick in this,
inundated with it, right? It just consumed them.
Yeah, and it's sad. I mean, it's kind of like you see them almost like an embryo in there. So I don't know, just asleep, and just, I don't know, they're just, it's like it consumed their every cell or something. But Christ is working, and that light is penetrating that image, which was just saturated with, I don't think they had any awakeness at all, or any.
No, and when it becomes really, really dark, really dark, they can go into almost that sleep state and get reabsorbed back into the absolute, into absolutely no consciousness.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Because it's feeling that way a little, not that way, but they are just, I don't usually see this kind of heavy dream that they're in.
Right. They can become unconscious and be reabsorbed and lose
their whole chance.
Lose the whole thing.
Well,
yeah,
good.
But that's mercy
clean.
in the end.
Yeah.
In the end, it's mercy. It's grace
for them and for others.
For others as well.
Right.
But they do have a chance to turn around, and they can be turned around if they have enough consciousness. They can be turned around and have life. Yeah.
Well, the soul is very deep asleep, although I do see, at least some outline of that. I do, feel Christ there. And that will probably need some work,
Yeah, that's going to need some time.
Yeah.
So we ask that Christ be there, and we also ask maybe that Kali be there. Kali works with that sometimes the very dark energies, and can, again, help to cut away and help to...
Christ and Kali, nice combo.
Yeah, Christ and Kali. Yeah.
I like that blend. Yeah, it definitely comes in with a different energy when Kali enters the scene with some I see more darkness. There's just something that just whoosh went in there.
Right.
But he's still thick with the dream. He's thick in the dream.
Yeah.
So it's going to be,
It's going to take us some time.
it's this, and that whatever thickness
And
is.
again, they have to be conscious enough to let go of it. They have to,
Yeah.
you have to, it can't be taken from you against your will.
Yeah.
No one, not Christ, not Kali, none of the guides, masters, even God themselves cannot take something away unless you're willing to let it go. You have to let it go.
Yeah, and as you're speaking, I do see their eyes open a little bit. They're just red, and they're kind of, rolly, and they're just, they were really thick in this stream of this, kind of dead consciousness, I guess.
Right. That the consciousness gets deeper and deeper and deeper until it just closes down entirely. So you have an opportunity to move forward, but you've got to try with all your being to be conscious and give this over.
That's
and
it.
Ask for that help from Kali and from Christ.
To be conscious,
You have
right,
to.
and
You
alert.
have to be conscious. You have to stay awake and allow them to help you.
Okay, they're rolling over a little bit. They are moving a little. They're not just that dead kind of weight. I mean, they are moving. They are a little bit. Their eyes are kind of opening, then
So let me
rolling.
see.
Okay, so that's got a bit more quietness. It's hard to. I just see some different colors coming in, but they're still in their bed of dreams.
Yeah.
Lost in that. Doesn't mean they're maybe for a while of sitting there with that energy penetrating.
Yeah, we'll ask, let's ask Christ, is there hope for this one? Is there anything else we can do?
Do you see the heart shining when you say that?
Yeah. That there is some hope for
yeah,
it.
the
Is there
heart
something we can do to make it better for these types?
Sit them in stillness, I'm just hearing. Sit them in grace and, pretty much what we're doing, you know.
So just do what we can do. So we'll go ahead and put this one over at the Healing Center because it might take some time for this. With ones that are real heavy like that can really take some time to break through those dreams and that.
Oh, yeah.
Just the consciousness becomes suppressed. It just becomes so dark. And it's got no energy left.
That's it. It's dead.
It's dead energy.
Nothing to circulate.
No, they think that when they're in that dark, they've got more energy. They've got more power. But the further they go,
they're just dead. They don't have any
they
power.
become dead. It just loses everything.
They couldn't move. They were dead weight. They were just
Yeah.
dead weight. I mean, that was the only way I could. And so deep asleep.
Right. One goes into a deep unconscious realm of sleep, and eventually those ones that are in that really unconscious will be absorbed back. It's like going into a black hole.
Yeah, boy.
It's like being in a black hole.
Wow.
Yeah.
So wow. I'm amazed that they even came here. That they had some kind of clarity to come.
If there's enough clarity to even come, then there is some hope.
I would think just that they made it here. Maybe there's a little. Yeah. I do in my mind see a tiny little seed in there. That's maybe.
There's always that seed of light that they can, if they can grab that seed of light can grow. But they've got to tend it, and they've got to nourish it, and they've got to turn their back on that darkness. They have to be willing to turn their back and not engage it any longer.
There is some compassion there for someone that's had to endure this, but then again, you also, you hear these heinous acts, and it's so hard to even form and understand,
exactly.
But it comes
exactly. But there has to come compassion because they are driven to do what they do.
They're driven,
and they're driven in pain. They're in pain, and they're driven, and they are in an absolute hell realm. doing what they're doing.
And almost in a dead way doing these without any, they don't have any feelings anymore. They don't have any,
Right.
That regular
They're trying to
kind
feel
of,
something.
that
They're
may
so
be
dead.
part of this.
They're so dead that they have no feelings. They're trying to feel something.
Sure.
And so, and it's draw all to the negative, unfortunately.
Yeah, so sad, but all we can do is have them there. And things have turned around here that have been in some deep, dark places. This one we haven't had quite to this degree, but we just wait.
But we'll wait and see
that heart is shining.
what happens with them. So the heart shining means there is some hope.
Yeah.
That we can't give up hope on it. That all we can do is pray for that one and pray for their forgiveness, and that they would open to that light. That's all we can pray for. That the best be done in the situation at hand.
Yeah, and I do see some of the animals. I saw a flash of that burning, which is sad, but I do see the animals in light. So they're light and they're
right.
Okay. It's just so sad. So that image was not fun. So again,
no, I mean, this is, like I said, this is what happens, like Jeffrey Dahmer and those ones. They're like that type of degree. They really are causing pain to, usually begins with animals, very torturing animals, and then go on to torture people because they have no feelings. Their feelings are dead.
That's what I mean.
Exactly. Their feelings are so dead that they've got to have somebody. They have no control. They've got to control something.
And I think they see others and things as objects versus
right.
something else that has
feeling.
They can't connect
they
with
can't connect because their feelings have died. They don't get that.
Can't have
they
empathy
don't get
or
that.
compassion because that's just not there. And it's
they've lost
sad.
that. They've lost that.
I mean, I'm glad to see maybe this soul, if they do turn around, can help that kind of thing.
Right.
I don't know. Or
right.
begin to shift it. But there are these darker aspects in terms of the layering, and this is the lower aspect of
right.
how people behave in a not good way. And they are driven. I mean, you do have to have still some compassion there for that. Sad, but what they've endured, and
right.
Although some people can endure terrible things and have abuse and not do that, so it's an interesting. It's like an interesting thing, but sad. Anyway.
But it's very sad. It's sad for everyone involved. It's sad for the perpetrator. It's sad for the victims.
Yeah.
But they can. There is help. They can get help. They can, turn around, but they have to be willing to open to that, and it's going to be very painful. They're going to.
They've got to feel how they hurt others.
Exactly. As that consciousness comes back, they are going to have to see the damage that they've done, and they're going to have to experience, and they're going to have to make reparations along the way. So they've got a very long road ahead of them.
For sure. And like you say, maybe coming back to help animals or to help
exactly
that or something to
that helps to balance the scales. But
very good. So we'll just hope that it could be a good aid, in the end.
We hope that they turn around and that they have learned that lesson, and definitely sometimes they have to go so far and hit rock bottom before they can go up.
Boy, that's a rock bottom.
They're really at rock bottom. They're to the point of absolutely losing any consciousness at all.
I think so, because I do, as you're talking, I do feel like there was a cliff there with this dark dark on the other side, almost like a dark waterfall that would pull them down or something, and that's not good.
No. It's like going into a black hole. It's just, that black hole, and being absorbed in that just sucks it. I mean, It's
nothing to play with, people.
No, don't play with that.
If you're in this kind of thing, please go get help. Anyway, okay, here we go. Let's see what we got next. Another little bit of a darker, but a little clarity, more clarity than that one. Much actually, so I'll make sure you guys see how much more light is in that.
I mean, I've had a few stones there that are just absolutely black. I mean, that one has a little bit of light can come in, so we'll see.
Yeah, but even some of the black ones have been fine. We don't know, but anyway. Okay. Okay, and I do I see this rock. I see a little, looks like some light. Does have a little gray in it, but the light is coming from it has a little bit of gray on the edges, around the edges a little.
Around the edges.
Okay, I'm just hearing speak to me about love. Tell me the beauty of love.
Okay. Yeah, love is, you know, love is when you really love something, or you give yourself 100% totally to it. You know, you become that which you love. You lose yourself and become that which you love. Yeah.
Yeah, and as, you know, you're speaking, I do feel, you know, that whatever's that's resonating in terms of that love changes, and yet you don't lose it. You still
No, you
have
don't
that.
lose it. You don't lose anything.
You
And
know.
that's the whole thing with the bhakti path. You love so much that you surrender into it so completely that you lose yourself when that, and you become that which you seek. That's the path of love. You lose yourself and you become that which you seek.
And then, you know, that, and again, I'm feeling from this energy is then the loved one is, there's even more. I mean, there's a broader love. So it's just, it doesn't take that beauty away.
No, it doesn't take the beauty away, and then that expands out to other as well. Yeah, that expands out to other as well. But usually a bhakti path, you're focused on either Krishna or Christ or Mary, whatever it is that you love, and you surrender, give yourself to it 100% totally until there's nothing left of you and just that other remains. The beauty of that other remains. And one becomes that. One becomes that energy. Yeah.
Okay, so there is just, you know, light coming from this little stone, and they're grateful, and they're settled with that.
Yeah, so find that which you seek, your embodiment of love, that ultimate that you see, that purity of love, and become that. Surrender into that 100%.
And they are showing two rivers coming together.
Okay.
That's what they're showing, is a way of
Thank
saying
you.
they understand that.
Namaste, thank you for coming.
Okay. This one's cute. Huh? It almost looks like a
Nice
heart.
blue heart. Yeah, doesn't it look like a little blue heart?
Yeah,
It's
how cute
perfect.
is that? Matches my dress.
It does.
today.
You match your little blue heart.
Very cute.
And it's blue, blue, blue.
Very blue.
Yes. Sparkling blue.
Such a pretty blue. Yeah. Deep ocean blue or something. Okay, the first thing I'm hearing is I tried my hardest to be in Christ consciousness. And I'm not there. How come?
And you're not there, how come?
Okay, yeah.
Have you surrendered 100% to what's been brought to you? The difficult as well as the easy?
I bemoaned some things.
They what?
Bemoaned or, you know, not happy with some things that have come.
Exactly. And one has to accept that, you know, when the difficult times come, that one is surrendered into that, like Christ was surrendered into the cross. That was his path. He surrendered to it. It wasn't easy. He sweat blood in the Garden of Gethsemane. He was not thrilled to go there, but he accepted that. That's what had to be done. He accepted it and surrendered into it fully, and surrendered into to God.
Okay, you say this energy saying your words sound sweet, and they sound, you know, they're just resonating and shifting the energy there.
So we're going to call Christ in and let Christ instruct this one and give the full depth of that, what that is to walk that journey.
I'm picking up some Raj energies.
Yeah, we got.
I'm just that way with energies
Well,
around.
it might
at
be
the moment.
interesting to see what Raj energy
I don't know if
is.
I want to go into that mind right now. I think this is good.
One day it might be interesting because poor little Raj, my poor little Raj has got some issues.
He's definitely got issues, so
he's got a few issues, so that would be
I
interesting.
don't want to intermingle that with the
we
OCD
don't,
with, you know.
No, we don't need to intermingle those two at the moment now. Absolutely not.
Guys. I'm sorry, Raj. We love you.
We love you, Raji.
Okay, so Christ is there. Still a little murky. I'm asking if this one feels Christ there.
Yeah, you have to open to the genuine Christ, not your ideas about it.
Okay, so there's a image rising up now from the rock. Looks like a female. Coming forward with that when that Christ energy is there. So they are coming forward. They just felt separate from that. You know, they didn't feel like they took that in as being side.
Now's their chance to really open and commune directly with Christ. 100% communing with that energy.
Okay, so they are moving forward into that energy. And I do see some light coming into their heart, you know, their presence, which is very nice. Feels still distant to me, but that doesn't matter. You know, it's farther away than some of them can be. But okay, so now it's more clear seeing Christ in that way. It's becoming more clear. And it's good, I think, you know, again, it's that looking up and, you know, get the light coming down. So I think it's a good thing.
Exactly. So we will leave them to process here for a while.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah. Sometimes, you know, they have an idea about something. They haven't really opened to it, but it sounds like she's got ideas about what it is to be Christed and that Christ energy.
Yeah, sure.
And it's different than what the actual path of Christ is. So she needs to be clued into the reality versus her ideas about it.
Yeah, totally.
Hey, come here, boys. Come on. Come over here and lay down. Come on, little boys. Come on.
Getting a little restless.
Come on.
The mariachi boys.
Come on, mariachi boy. Yeah.
It's so cute what you
Come
have
here.
on them.
Here,
Can we
Max.
show
Come
them?
here, Raji. Yeah. Come here. Come here, honey.
Now they won't come.
Now they
Now they don't come.
Now they come. Yeah. You guys can stand there? Okay, we just need one of them.
Yeah.
We got. He says that he's a. It's backwards in the thing. Official Mexican mariachi. He's an official Mexican mariachi from Cancun, Riviera Maya. So there they are. They have complete with their sombreros. So they are very
so
very
cute.
mariachi. They're so cute with their little sombreros. Okay, sit boys. You guys stay there and be good.
Got the
It's
cutest
good
little
boys.
stones in here. That's cute with that little
Oh,
end
yeah.
piece, isn't it? It's got a little stripey, and then see the little end there. It's just cute. Pattern on there. Okay, they're not more of this world. They're from a different place, more of light.
Okay.
Maybe like a locust.
Another
kind of
realm.
thing. Yeah.
A light realm.
I drink in light. I am light. I bask in light. I live light.
Okay.
Okay, they just want to keep going into truth. Let's see what they've...
So they can open themselves to the light beyond lights. There is a step beyond where they're at. There's a light beyond lights. And if they're willing to open themselves totally to that, they can experience that light beyond lights.
Okay, they're asking, how do I go there? Do I take my
You don't
car that floats?
No,
or
you did, yeah, no. There's no
spaceship
way
or what?
you say on the altar of truth, I lie myself, and you give yourself 100% to that. And ask that God presence would fill you 100%, yeah, would take you.
So they're saying I don't need to go anywhere?
No. It's there inside the essence of your heart. It's there. That light beyond light is what gives you life. And one surrenders into that entirely. The Holy of Holies is there. Ever present.
Okay, so they're just sitting with that, drinking it in, and their place is light with the light waterfalls and a lot of
Right.
everything
They're
being
in a
that.
very much more rarefied place than is
Anyway,
here.
yeah.
It's very much higher transitional. They have a much higher vibration there, but they still have further to go. So
Exactly.
you have to open your heart to the Holy of Holies, and there's a light beyond lights. It vibrates so quickly that it's not seen on your place. It's so bright.
Okay, so they're just going to sit with that then. If they don't have to go anywhere, they'll sit
No.
there and bask in whatever beauty is offered there. And open up, I guess. Cause,
Yeah, you just have to totally open that door and ask for that door to be opened. And be willing to sacrifice yourself into that.
Okay, I do see a door opening, so they are acknowledging that.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. So namaste. We will, I don't know if we need
how
to...
much more do you want to do?
Even, well, we'll just put them over there and we check with them later.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
You want to keep going on these?
We can do a few more,
A
yeah.
lot more here.
Oh, yeah, we have
Yeah.
quite a few.
Couple more?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do a little
So there's a
green, green one and see what we have here.
Okay, I desire to know myself beyond my form and my mind.
Okay.
Okay, they've just watched. They're trying to be a witness more of things.
They can start to question, what is this I? And see what it is. You can do the I am that I am, the Om that I am, and sit in contemplation of what is this I. And see what it's not.
Okay, and they're asking, and just be still with that.
Be still with that.
Okay, so I see that kind of dropping like a drop into their consciousness. They're taking that in. What is this I? So, okay, good.
So thank you for that. Namaste.
Little doodad here. I have another pretty color.
Blue lace agate.
Oh, is that what that's called? Nice. Okay, they're interested in the path of light.
Okay.
They would just want to take something that's beneficial for that with them, you know.
Okay. They can do the COS.
Okay.
Okay. Namaste.
Namaste being transmitted. You want to try one more, or does that sound okay?
If you only want to do one more, we can do one more.
Okay.
We're only at an hour and 5 minutes, so
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, they want to be inside the heart.
Mm-hmm.
Find that place, you know, with no, you know, no separation, no division.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not getting too much more right now.
Yeah, so again, for that one, the that I am, the I am that I am, and the COS, and just remain, you know, your consciousness inside the heart, and let those work to expand and just continue to remain there.
Okay.
Yeah, so we will leave you with that practice. Namaste.
Namaste. All right.
So if you want, we can go ahead and close it out today. I know you're tired.
Yeah, I think that's it. And I'm just, you know, I'm losing some energy, so I don't know how. Okay.
So thank you. Namaste.
Namaste. It's a good one.
And we begin again tomorrow. Oh, no, we're not. This is Friday.
Today's Friday. Yep.
So it's up to you if you want to do another day tomorrow. Since we didn't do one of the days of the week, we were kind of off. But if not, we can start again Monday. Your choice.
Okay.
So we'll either have one more this weekend or we'll begin Monday. Anyway, for now,
Okay.
at this day and this time, we're moving on to
Signing
other
out.
things. So, namaste.
Namaste. Bye.